Welcome to the Gems of Quran class. Hope you are settled comfortably and ready to collect the gems from Surah Baqarah on clue number 3. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you tremendously for the efforts to learn the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His glorious Quran and strengthen your connection with your Lord. Let us recheck our intentions, can make the intention of i'tikaf while sitting to learn Allah's deen and occupy our tongues with the best remembrance of La ilaha illallah, where the lips do not even move while we listen and collect treasures, inshallah. Quick reminder, please make sure your cell phones are on silent mode, your faces are on smile mode, and you have a blue pen to write your notes. Alhamdulillah, in the hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, whoever treads on a path in search of Islamic knowledge, Allah will ease the way to paradise for you. The angels will lower their wings, pleased with this seeker of knowledge, and everyone in the heavens and on earth will ask for forgiveness for the knowledgeable person. Even the fish in the deepest of waters will ask for his forgiveness. This is reported in Abu Dawood, Ibn Majah, and Tirmidhi. Inshallah, over to Brother Ghazampar. Jazakallahu khairan kathiran.
Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, so we will inshallah start with our message for today, inshallah. So okay, so Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are going to be starting with our agenda for today, inshallah. And we will, Jazakumullah khair for all of you for coming down here in the morning. And obviously there are many other kids who probably are sleeping at this point in time, right? A Saturday morning. But may Allah reward you for being part of the awaloon of the people who get up and in the morning, early in the morning, hopefully everybody prayed Fajr this morning. I hope so. And then being here to be able to learn the Quran, right? Because obviously this is the Kalam of Allah, and we are obviously spending the best of our time here learning the Quran. So what we are going to do is we will review what we would need to do as part of some of the expectations, right? So one of the questions that we had was, what is the expectation from this course? And that is inshallah what we are going to review here today. So the objective of this course, just as a reminder and refresher for everybody, is that one thing is that by the end of this course, inshallah, the plan is that you are able to look at juz number 1 of the Quran and be able to recite without looking at the meaning of it, right, with the masaf, as much as possible, right? That's our goal. But in order to be able to do that, there is some activity that is expected from each one of us, right? From your side as well. Just like, when you go to school and you are learning a new subject, like for example, a new language like Spanish, many of you may have taken Spanish, or might be taking it if you haven't already, or French, or any other language, if you have taken it, right? You have to work at it a little bit. You have to study the material, and you have to be able to make sure that you are learning what is being given to you, right? So one thing is, we need to say Subhanallah if you can tell the meanings without seeing the translation of the ruku that we have done so far. So we've done 2 rukus, and Subhanallah if you can do the meaning. If not, we need to be getting there, inshallah. The next thing is, you should be able to write the word by word meaning for Juz 1 by Ramadan. Okay, that's our goal. Hoping now that is dependent on if you are putting in the effort also. Okay, because obviously there is effort that is put in by the teacher, but then there is effort that would need to be put in by the student in order to make the most out of this course, right? We want to make sure that we are making use of the time that we are spending here. Also, there is, for those of you who have not logged into Edmodo, okay, please do so, because there is assignments that are being put out there. Okay, if you don't know how to log in, talk to me afterwards, and inshallah I can give you the instructions on how to log in. But I think most of you have access to the Edmodo group that we used, and it's the same group that we are using. Okay, if you don't have access to it, please talk to me. And then also we want to be able to tell the key messages that we learn from the different rukus, right? Whatever we are learning, we need to be able to tell the key messages of what we learned from these ayahs. Why are we studying, right? What's the point of going through all this is to be able to understand and go through that. So on the weekly activity, one thing is we need to be grateful, obviously, that we are learning the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? We obviously also expect that there is about 168 hours in a week, right? You're only coming here for 2 hours, approximately. Our learning material is about an hour and a half or even less than that, right? So the expectation is that you are going to spend at least an hour outside of this, practicing some of the things that we are going to be doing in this class, okay? It should not be like that you go home and don't open the book till you come back in the next class. So there is that expectation of each one of you that you are able to, that you're going to be spending at least an hour, okay, going through and reviewing the material and doing the homework. There is a homework that is there at the end of each ruku, and that's the expectation, okay? And then obviously, there are certain gems which will be turned into cash prizes, okay? So I'll go through some of that today, but there are gems that you can earn the gems and then convert the gems into cash prizes. Okay, so that's on each one of you. That's money back that you're going to get as a reward, okay, for doing all the work, inshallah. Okay, so how to master the word meanings. So quickly, your homework is to repeat the word meaning at least 3 times at home. Okay, that's a homework at the end of each ruku. There's a checkbox, and you get a gem for that. Now, join with next word, 1 word, 2 words, 3 words, and so on. Okay, you need to be able to make sure that you are doing if you know the recitation already that way, alhamdulillah. If you don't know it, you need to be able to do that. Okay, listen to the recitation and then be able to start joining those words. Then, obviously, finish that. Then one thing is, as you go through each page of the book that we do, right, if there are words that are difficult for you, that you don't understand, write it down on a piece of sticky note and stick it on the page, okay? That way what will happen is, when you open the book, you would know which words were the most difficult that you came across before. And you don't have to go through all over the page again, but you can just focus on those difficult words that you would not know. Now, you need to be able to repeat those words as well, right? The difficult words, go over them again and again. Again, think of this as an effort from your side in learning the word of Allah. Also, we will have a buddy time. You can repeat those words to those buddies. Okay, practice. That is how we are going to be learning these words, inshallah. So the agenda, obviously, for today is to do Surah Baqarah, which is ruku 3 of Surah Baqarah, which is ayahs 21 through 29. We need to be able to make sure that your goals are set, and I'll tell you what that means. Homeworks, I'm hoping that, for those of you who came on time, now there is a gem that everybody gets to be here on time before 9 o'clock, okay? And there is a gem that you will get for each of the homework checks that you do at the end of each ruku, okay? I will also give you, and this is going to be homework that you folks will have, that I'm going to give out to you today, is at the beginning of each class, there is going to be a test of some of the ayahs starting next week. Today, I'm going to give it to you to take it, and it's going to be an open book for you, okay? So you will get it today. This is for the material that we've done already. But starting next week in the morning, we are going to be starting with that, okay? So please make sure that starting next week, you've reviewed the lessons that we are going to do today for next week, inshallah. Because there's going to be a quick test in the morning to see who practiced at home. Because if you practiced at home, you should be doing very well in the test also. Okay, so it will show. There is a link right here that is posted up on the slide, which is tinyurl.com/ansarullah. Now, as part of this class, we are hoping to develop some leadership capabilities in all the boys here, okay? To be able to take on the responsibility and to know that when you've taken the responsibility, that you are able to live up to those expectations, right? That's part of the leadership. That's part of doing anything in life, okay? If you say I'm going to do it, then the expectation is that you are going to do it, right? On time. So there is certain things that, and we can go through it towards the end of the class. I'll give you the webpage again. Go and take a look at the webpage. If you have any questions, let me know. But basically, there are some activities that we are going to be doing, and I'll quickly show you what that is going to look like. So this is the page that is going to open up when you go to that link, and you can write down this link if you want, tinyurl.com/ansarullah. This will also be in the recording as well. So if you don't write it down, I will upload these recordings also up on YouTube, because also remember that whatever we are doing, when we, for example, when we ask you to recite or repeat the words, right, your voices are getting recorded. And remember that this is going on, obviously I'm recording it, I'm putting it up on YouTube, but remember, one thing is that it will show in your voice how excited you are being in this class. Second thing is that your voice, if anybody else learns from it, because your voice was the clearest and the loudest, right, you are going to get hasanats. You don't know who is going to benefit from any of this recording. It may not be any of us here, it may be somebody else, that may come later that will benefit from some of those recordings. So make sure that we are being that energetic, because again, we are studying the kalam of Allah. This is no joke. This is no ordinary word. This is not a storybook, right? This is the word of Allah that we are studying here. So again, this is the page that's going to open up here. You can obviously fill out these fields right here. There's a quick video that you can watch. But again, these are the activities, right, that we want to give out and make you the leaders of leading those activities. So any activity that you are interested, you can check those boxes here. Okay, whatever you're interested in. Now, there is again going to be gems that is going to be rewarded for whoever participates in these activities and takes the leadership role. Okay, so it's up to you, right? Not everybody is a leader, but everybody, if they work to it, can become a leader. Nobody's a born leader, but leaders are only those who put in the effort. Okay, so again, there is some activities, and again, there is more information, a quick video, and you can then submit the form. Okay, so this is the page that's going to open up, inshallah. So this is that link that I talked about. So this is that link, tinyurl.com/ansarullah. Okay. Okay, so this is the distribution of the gems that you are going to get. So there is 2 gems for the homework. There are 2 questions at the end of each ruku as homework. So if you get those 2 questions checked off when you walk in, and again, this is going to be only recorded for people who come in before 9. Okay, so that means that you have to be here before 9, in order to get those boxes checked if you want to earn those 2 gems for the homework. There is going to be tests, as I said, starting next week. I will give you the sample today. This is an open book, but starting next week, it's not going to be an open book, right? So again, the expectation is that everybody is basically studying the material from home, right? Revising it from home. So if you get the marks 90 and above, there is 2 gems for that. If you get the marks between 80 and 89%, there's 1 gem for that. There is a tracker sheet at the end of your book that we talked about that needs to be filled out. I believe it is page number 88 on your book. There is 1 gem for that, right? Every week, there is a line that needs to be filled out on that page, right? There is a tracker that you are doing. So the expectation is that you are doing that also as part of this class. On-time attendance, right? So again, this is for people who are showing up before 9, right? So anybody who walks in after 9 o'clock, automatically you're not getting any gem for that, right? People who are coming in before 9, you obviously will check in outside at the registration and you automatically will get the gem for that. There are some du'as that we will be also memorizing as part of this course. There is 1 gem that is going to be given out for that. Now, there is obviously this 1 gem that you're going to get for any of the activities that you sign up for the link that I showed you, right? So whoever takes on a part in those activities, in those leadership roles, will get a gem for that also, right? And if you refer, the course to somebody else, to one of your friends, because you think you're benefiting from it and you want to share the benefit with others, there is 5 gems for that. If somebody joins the course because you referred them to the course. Okay, make sense? Any questions? One more thing that I also want to do is, if you do have any questions, right, ask me after the class. I want to make sure that if there are any questions along the way, I can address those. Okay? All right. So this is a dua which is in Surah Al-Isra, right? Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Rabbi adkhilni mudkhala sidqin wa akhrijni mukhraja sidqin waj'alni min ladunka sultanan nasira. My Lord, cause me to enter a sound entrance and to exit a sound exit, and grant me from yourself a supporting authority. We should be asking for this dua, for each one of us also. Okay, one more thing that you can also do is, while you are here as part of this course, studying this course, you can certainly make this niyyah of being in i'tikaf, right? I mean, i'tikaf is not only for Ramadan. You will get the reward for making that intention that you are here, studying the word of Allah. Okay. One more thing is, obviously cell phones should be turned off when you come to this class. Please put them on silent or for mute, because your parents have dropped you here. They know you are here, right? And if there is anything, hopefully there is no emergency that they would have. If there is, they know where to contact you, inshallah. Okay, so let's not get distracted by those things, inshallah. And while you are here, if there is nothing else, that we are doing at any given second, because there should not be a very long period of time when there should be nothing. But if we are not doing anything in any given second, make dhikr of Allah. La ilaha illallah. Okay, increase your own rewards. Okay, as you grow up, you folks already know the value of money in this world, right? People who make money, right, can get things. Similarly, if you want to build your bank account on the day of judgment, right, that you can benefit from, you want to be able to build that balance. And how you build the balance is by zikr of Allah, right? What is not going to benefit you, especially when we are learning the word of Allah, is getting distracted by things that we should not be distracted with. Okay, so again, may Allah reward all of you again for being here on a Saturday morning at this time, because there are many kids who are of your age who are not here, right? And who are probably sleeping at this point in time because they slept very late last night. Okay, that's the honest truth. Because it's too cold, because they do not want to come out of their warm blanket, right? But again, it is only on the day of judgment. And if Allah wills, even in this world, it will show, okay, at the end of the day. Because Allah does not waste any effort that you are going to be putting in, right? do not believe that any of the effort that you're going to be putting in is going to be wasted. Okay? Because Allah is going to reward you, inshallah.